He's a miracle working God. He's an Alpha and Omega. He's a miracle working God. Guys, welcome back to the channel. Chelsea Godfather, please like this video for regular updates and subscribe to my channel. Delap, Liam Delap has finally been sold. Done deal for Liam Delap. Has been shipped off to Nottingham, Forrest for the sum of anywhere from 45 million pounds to as high as 50 million, based on some reports. But regardless of whether it's 45 million pounds or 50 million pounds, the bottom line is, I mean, somehow in a miraculous fashion, our owners they have done it again. They have done it again because Delap, he only scored what, like 2 goals, 3 goals? I'm not sure if he even scored up to 3. I think he may have scored 3 goals when you add in the goal he had against Barker. I know he had the Barker goal. He had one against Fulham, and I'm probably missing one other goal, or perhaps a goal in a League Cup game or something. At least 3 goals. And, it's just been a disastrous signing for us. And in fairness, I don't fully want to blame Delap. I don't fully want to blame Delap. I mean, because when he was signed, I saw him as a good signing, right? Saw him as the type of profile that we do not have to complement our more technically skilled type strikers that we usually favor for the type of football that we play. The likes of Jackson, the likes of Joao, Pedro, and so Delap is a sort of old school type striker, strong lad, British lad that likes to just throw his weight around, use his elbows. He has good pace. He definitely has a good shooting technique. A lot of power in either foot, both his left and his right foot. But I mean, unfortunately, we weren't able to see any of that. Barely saw that on display during his one season. I believe it's just only been one season at Chelsea. Unfortunately, the season did not start off well for him last season. He came on after like 1 or 2 games. He then put up with a very bad hamstring, and that hamstring knocked him out of action for a few months. If you all recall, at that point in time, our owners were running a helter skelter, trying to get Nicholas Jackson and a pilot in their private jet to turn their plane around and bring Jackson back to the bridge. But Jackson's agent told us clearly that the plane does not fly backwards, and so that's how Jackson ended up in Germany. Played for Bayern Munich on loan for a season, while we had to sort of manage going with life without Liam Delap for a few months, and Joao Pedro under Maresca, who was just not playing him well as a 9. He was playing as a 9, playing as a 10, playing on the wing, and so it was just rough. It was rough for quite a while. So by the time Delap came back from that injury layoff, fortunately for him, it coincided with pretty much Joao Pedro hitting a nice patch of form. And as they say, the rest is history, because, Pedro has done nothing but go from strength to strength to strength. And what that means is, Delap, you're not playing. You're not playing. And then when you come off the bench, Delap, you're just going to feel the whole pressure. You feel the whole pressure, not just of playing for Chelsea, because that comes with his own pressure of his own, going from a small club, Ipswich City, all the way up to Chelsea. The expectations that we have in this club, the type of strikers that we've had and that helped us to win massive trophies. And then, and knowing that, okay, you're off the bench, you only have like 10, 15, 20 minutes to try and impress so that somehow you can, get back into some kind of, regular minutes against Joao, Pedro. And unfortunately for Delap, he wasn't able to, handle it well. And it definitely did affect his, confidence. So, unlike others, I know that, we're like, oh, he was rubbish, this, that, and the other. I'm not necessarily in that camp. I see him as a player who is a good player, a good striker in the right, system. And I feel like him making this move to, Nottingham, Forest is a win-win for both Nottingham Forest and for, Chelsea. At least on our end, we get to recoup our investment, our £30 million investment, and I also get some another 15 million of profit on top, 50% with regards to Forest in this day and age of £100 million, 80 million, 100 million plus pound transfers. I mean, doing a deal for 45 million for a young striker, still I believe he's 21 or 22, young striker. Is a very good deal. So it's a win-win deal for both clubs. And I don't have anything against Forest. We don't have any rivalry with them. So I wish the Forest fans and Delap the best of luck, and hope that everything works out for both player and club. Moving along, Enzo Fernandez, his guys, all good things come to an end. Enzo, Fernandez is pretty much on his way out. Right now, we're just waiting for that bid. We don't know whether it's 130 million pounds or whether it's 140 million, but it appears that the number is going to land between that range. It may be 135 million plus 5 in options, because City, they literally have wasted our whole summer. Like, you guys knew that Enzo was available on the market. You've known this deal, this availability since May of this year, and you knew that the availability was there for only 120 million pounds, and just kept wasting everybody's time, made no bid, nothing. Clearly, you knew Enzo just wanted to move. He was twerking left, twerking right to Real Madrid, to the level where Madrid owner had to come out and say, listen, Enzo, I'm sorry, guy, but we are not going to be buying you this summer, and we don't want to cause any problem with our customer. Chelsea, we've been doing deals in the past, and we may have one or two deals that we'd like to do next summer, so we don't want any issue with Chelsea. And so at that point in time, Man City should have just made a move, but no, Man City just kept buying other midfielders. They went on ahead and prioritized Anderson for 116 million pounds. Then they went on ahead and prioritized the 18 million. So the 18-year-old midfielder from, I believe, from Lille, Boadi. I believe he came from Lille. Boadi, the Moroccan, from Morocco, who had a brilliant World Cup at 18 years old. Obviously, he's young. I watched a few of his games. He plays with maturity in that central DM position. But he's 18, and so. But in any event, 100 million euros done. Meanwhile, Enzo is still on the sideline, watching and waiting. And last, just as the window is about to close with a few days left, the interest on top of interest has added onto the 120 million pound previous price tag, and so it's going to be at least over 130 and closer to 140 million to get the deal done. And so that way, hopefully, Chelsea, we might have to just see if we can somehow convince Bournemouth to part ways with Alex Scott, because that's clearly who our owners have in mind as a player, to the midfielder to buy to to cover the squad spot. And we don't even know if it's going to happen because Bournemouth has pretty much said the guy is not for sale. Scott is not for sale. Wharton is not for sale. I don't know. Well, let's just keep our eyes up on this one. If we go for Scott, who knows? Maybe up to 100 million, which is crazy because he's not 100 million. But that's basically what happens when you wait this late, and that's why we have to get City to pay more, a lot more than 120, because we need that extra money to cover the extra money that Bournemouth is going to ask us to convince them to part ways with Alex Scott. That's all I have for today. How do you guys feel? Like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel. God bless you guys. Peace.